Sarah Holmes of Holmes Business Law PC. We are a business and trademark law firm located in Philadelphia and the suburbs. We help a lot of people every year either buy or sell a business. Typically we help more buyers than sellers, but one thing we wanted to address are what are mistakes that we see buyers make when buying a business. Obviously, the number one mistake we see people make is not using an attorney for the transaction. Now, not to toot our own horn, and I am the first person to tell people when there is something that in the legal world they could probably handle themselves, but I would strongly suggest that buying a business and doing the paperwork around that is not something that you should do yourself. There's just way too much liability. In fact, years ago, we had someone call us that bought a business for a very low price, like let's say it's $25,000. Didn't use an attorney because they figured, the purchase price is too low, it doesn't matter. Well, like a year later, this person had the FBI at their door. The business she had bought had been under investigation, and now there were criminal issues, and this person had to get a criminal defense lawyer. And that's a big mess. Like, you have no idea. Your potential liability in buying a business has nothing to do with the transaction size. So even if you buy a business for $10, it doesn't mean that you're not potentially on the hook for stuff that was going on in that business or tax problems or whatever it is. That's why you really do need to get legal counsel involved, even on a smaller transaction. That's definitely a big mistake. Big mistake number two would be not doing the proper amount of due diligence. Often a buyer may say, oh, I have the tax returns, that's all I need. No, that's really not all you need. You need very thorough financial reports, you need employment records, you need information about the intellectual property, the assets, and you really have to look at those things with a fine-tooth comb. So often you want to have a really good accountant on your side that can help you translate the financial reports to see where we say the bodies are buried. You can figure those out on the balance sheet and in the profit and loss statements. You do want to have legal counsel to go over some items in due diligence as well to make sure that you really understand what you would be on the hook for if you bought the business. Now, some people say, oh, I'm going to do an asset purchase, so I'm not buying the liabilities. Well, yes, but there's still some things that can come back to bite you, particularly tax problems, sales tax problems, sometimes employment problems, old claims that can come out of the woodwork. And, while the seller may indemnify you, meaning they agree to be responsible for claims that happened on their watch, that indemnification is really only as good as that seller doesn't take off and move to Tahiti, even if they move to another state, that they actually have money, to pick up a claim that's made. So even those things aren't foolproof, and you really have to go back to doing your proper due diligence. So those are two really huge mistakes we see people make in buying a business. If you need help buying a business, or you need help with a letter of intent or a purchase agreement, feel free to reach out to our office. Our number is 215-482-0285. Thanks.